harder.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, not on the screen.
The stream is on the mirror.
Okay, cool. Hi, welcome back. We are playing the. But that it could be just imagining things. There we are. Cool. Sweet. Our in Paris, which the Nazis occupy in 1943. There is this amusement park in front of you that seems to be run down. Nicole, you see the helter skelter, and you run toward. This metal is all just like jagged, rusted junk. And just past it, you can see behind this place, there is a Nazi tank that is just busted. The big, long firing thing, what's it called? We don't know. The big thing where the explosions come out fell off. And it is just rusted off, bum, bum, falls down the ground. It is quite disappointing for you, I would imagine.
Place could use some fucking maintenance, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. It does leave Nicole with a few questions. Here's the tank, where are the people who are in the tank?
Oh shit, yeah.
What happened to it?
They're on the saucers. It's having a grand old time spinning in circles.
Yeah. You go up to the teacups. But you see more signs of rust and decay. You go past some like booths with look up weird fluids and other things for people going to an amusement park. But then you start to hear this sound. And this loud rumbling, like shaking the ground. And around the corner in front of you, and they look like they're in retreat mode. And he says, "Das Riesenrad.
Yo no habla inglés. What?
The wheel." And he points over his shoulder, and then you see coming down the thoroughfare is a Ferris wheel. And there is a figure astride it, like hovering in midair as she rides the wheel towards you. This is the Rust Witch. This is a special kind of enemy. It's called an Ubermensch, which is a creature that is both mortal, but also has like hypergeometry magic fueling who they are. And so, here's what I'll tell you about the Rust Witch. Your objective here is an objective of 10 to defeat the Rust Witch. It has a challenge of 1, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. But the Rust Witch has a threat of 10, an attack of 6, and a bunch of other nasty stuff. And she's currently astride a Ferris wheel that she's like riding, basically, as she sort of semi-hovers on top of it through Rustwitch magic. So here she comes, and you've also got this other Nazi squad here. You can decide what to do about them, but let us make this music a little more fighty-fighty. She comes around the corner, and she starts riding towards you. Nicole, you grab this dude. You're the first to act. What do you want to do?
I want to stop this wheel in its tracks.
Okay. How do so?
I think some dynamite might do it.
Okay. All right. So you want to use an explosive here to sort of damage this Ferris wheel. I love this.
My favorite way possible. I'm gonna get a stick of dynamite, light it, stick it between the guy's teeth like a horse bit.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, that's so good, Seth. Okay. Yes, you want to stick it in this dude's. So you want to stick it in this dude's mouth?
Yeah.
And throw him towards the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, great. This feels like, oh gosh, it could be Brawl. Could also be Terrify, because he's already terrified.
Yeah.
Right? Which one do you want to use?
Terrify.
Terrify. So that is 3 plus a stick of dynamite. That is 4. It says +4 for demolitions. You are trying to demolish this thing, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to say that that is 8d6 total for you. And there is a special where if you roll a 6 here, you can use the sapper. For using explosives, you can reduce the objective or a threat's challenge by 1. And this objective does have a challenge. So that is another option. Go ahead and roll me all those d6s, and I will roll. It feels like you're mainly engaged with the Rustwitch, so I'm going to roll 6d6 for her as you roll 10d6, right? Was it 10? Jesus.
It was 8.
8d6. All right. She gets 1 success out of 66. Everything else is a 3 and 1. But after you roll yours, let me tell you what happens. So you have a crit in there. You can use that special. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's great because one thing with the Rustwitch is that you only succeed on a 5 or a 6. 4s also get discarded against her. Ooh. So you have 4 successes against her 1.
I'd like to use Sapper and
okay, all right.
Challenge down.
Okay, the challenge goes down to 0. So basically you don't have any sort of sync, any sort of damage resistance here going on. So you can basically say for the rest of this fight, there's no loss of effectiveness, basically, is what that means. You've still got 3 left, and she has 1 success. Do you want to negate one of her successes?
Negate one of her successes.
Okay.
And
you've got 2 left. What do you do?
I use 1 to move us forward in the objective.
Okay, objective goes down to 9.
And I'll use another 1 to catch like a chunk of smoking Nazi and just nibble on it.
Great. And you get a blood. Great. So we can say this objective is characterized by you throwing this poor bastard into a Ferris wheel, the explosion going off, and the Ferris wheel starting to teeter, right? She's losing balance, theoretically, on this Ferris wheel. Who goes next, Safi? You get to choose. Toss it off to somebody else.
I think it's Abby's turn.
Yes, it is.
After you, milady.
She smiles this little curtsy and she says, did I ever tell you that I come from Gévaudan? And she pulls out this porcelain mask from like her pack. And it's it's a very like lupine, very sleek, very like scary looking. And her eyes go yellow with slits like a wolf's eye. And I'm using Mantle of the Fell Beast to up my brawl to
I love this for you.
And so she's not been very prim proper, very upright, and she adopts this like to try and knock it over.
Okay, great, fantastic. So, what are you doing here? Are you doing brawl?
Yes.
Okay, so a brawl of 4. Are you going to use your saber at all to try and knock this thing down? Because that would give you a big advantage there.
Yeah.
So, brawl of 4, saber charge is 2 more. Any blood or anything else? You got you're using that mental difficulties, which advance that you would get when you drink the bitch's blood will say you're going to.
Okay. Oh,
right. Yeah. But we can say yes.
Yeah.
So you got 66, yeah?
Yep.
All right. You go ahead and roll those. I will roll an equal 66 for you get a crit. So you get 2 successes. She's also going to roll. Bad news. She has 4 successes. So you can negate one of those. She still has 3. Or you can do something else and soak up all that damage. What do you think?
I think to pay off the advance, I think I take that chomp. I drink that blood, and then I soak up some damage.
Okay, so that leaves her with 4 successes. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, no, because you had a 6, so you could drink 1 blood and reduce the
I'll do
it
that.
by 1.
1 blood reduced by 1.
She still has 3 or more attack dice remaining, and that's what this is what that means in this situation. If there's 3 or more attack dice remaining, we're going to roll a d6.